This Coast to Coast Entertainment Network program is brought to you by Beside Me Bracelets. Our bracelets are handmade for any occasion. Use the promo code Coast to Coast for 15% off. Visit their website at besideme.com. Suzanne's Paparazzi Jewelry. With 24-hour shopping available, use the code 160920 and show her some love, like she showed us. Reaper Apparel Company, a commitment to live your most authentic way every single day. Visit reaperapparelco.com for more information and a look at all of their apparel offerings. And by Good Day Embroidery, your local source for custom embroidery, screen printing, and more. Log on to gooddayembroidery.com for more information.
Oh, well, okay. Well, hello and welcome to week 9 of Primetime Blitz. I was expecting not just us two, but I don't know what happened to Chris, but must have a little technical difficulties. But we're here, week 9, Primetime Blitz. I'm the host, Big B, followed by my laughing partner halfway across the world, the Prime Blitz Commanders. How you doing, bud?
It's like you see you ordered a bacon double cheeseburger at Wendy's and then you get out there and you look at the window and you've got no bacon.
Yeah. Here he comes. He must have some technical issues, but
I'm good. You know, if you watched Brandon and my earlier show, we talked about it's weird. We find out news after we get off the air about Mike Rotunda being in hospice. Mm-hmm. He's not. We found out we double, tripled, and quadruple checked that, and we still find out that we're wrong. Comes out that his daughter says that he's in rehabilitation because he had a heart attack on September 20th.
Yep.
That's a whole lot better than being in hospice. I'll take that every day of the week, and I'm absolutely ecstatic. It's still thoughts and prayers go out to the Rotunda family because we know in the past 3-4 years they've had a pretty rough time of it. So it's good news to hear that.
No, that's definitely way better news. Joined by Crispy Bacon, the guy who's flying a plane or get ready to do some play calling. I don't know, but Chris, how you doing, bud?
I'm doing good. I should be helping the defense maybe because things are not looking good.
Yeah. So you're right.
I swear that some finds a way to link to my Prime 5 at least every week. It's strange.
Yeah. Well, guys, week 8 in the books. Didn't start pretty for my Vikings, which I think everybody in the world kind of figured that. They made the Chargers look good. I feel very, very bad for Wentz. I get the kid's heart that he wanted to play. He didn't want to come out of the game. But sometimes you just got to let it go, get out, sit out. Probably the end of his career, maybe. I mean, I guess he's got a year to figure it out. But like I said, props to him for wanting to play with the team and not let his team down. But you just got to know, your limitations and what's best for you. So outside that, the Vikings looked horrible. Chris, how about the Cowboys?
Kind of the same. They looked horrible. You started out the game with 3 points, and then I guess the rest of the time it was all Denver Broncos, and they haven't won there. And I think they said since the 70s.
Okay.
So that's not good.
Yeah. So. All right, Tim, I think your team is the only team that won this week. So,
yeah,
how about them Colts?
Okay, we'll take it for what it was. We played the Tennessee Titans. At this point, we could have probably put up less numbers against a Division III college. The Titans just aren't good.
Yeah.
We get a little bit of a test because we have to play this week because we have to play one half of the Icy Hot Bowl. But last year was the first year we beat Pittsburgh in almost 10 years. So I'm happy, and that was with Justin Fields, who looked amazing last year in Pittsburgh. So yeah, I like the way we played. We got out early. And then they just basically we were playing with Riley Leonard start of the fourth quarter, and it's nice when you can play with the backup quarterback starting in the fourth.
Yeah,
in a good way. You don't want to really start with, unlike the Vikings who played with a backup late in that game too for a whole different reason.
Well, and the thing is there's a lot of fans. I would say they're probably 50-50 or maybe 45-50. A lot of them want to see Bosner in there instead of McCarthy. I don't know. I mean, I want to see them get a better offensive line before I decide anything. So, but Kevin's not here, but the Bears took a big L. There's a little controversy behind that with the whole gambling thing coming out, that they list Lamar as healthy one day on the no practice the next day, changes the betting lines, and then they Lamar played, right?
No,
or no, he was out. Yeah, and it
was Huntley. Yeah, it was Tyler Huntley that started.
Oh yeah, so. Yeah, that was a little shocker there, but what can you say? Chris, got any history for us today?
So I do, and I, courtesy of the Cowboys radio pregame show, there's two people that have been drafted in the NFL, MLB, and the NHL. Does anybody know who they are?
NHL.
Think about that. I mean, NHL.
Yes.
Okay. Now I got to think about. First of all, I got to think of all the players that got drafted by the MLB and the NFL.
Current players, Chris, or
no?
Oh no.
Okay.
No, because
one was drafted in '92 in the MLB draft.
Okay.
And one was, I'm not sure when he was drafted, but he played in the NBA, or he was drafted by the NBA, ABA, MLB, and NFL.
Dave Winfield.
That's Winfield.
Yes. Yeah.
That's Winfield.
The other one has to be, at this point, the other one has to be a Cowboy.
No, I can tell you this.
Oh God, who was he? Okay, so 92 draft.
92 NHL draft. Or 92 MLB draft.
MLB draft, 92? Okay.
Yeah.
What was who did he get drafted by in 92? Do you know, Chris?
Marlins.
The Marlins.
Ooh.
And the NHL? Jeez. You have to make this difficult. The Marlins.
And the NHL. All in 92 he got drafted?
No, because 92 is the expansion draft. 92 is the expansion draft for the Marlins, because the Marlins didn't play until later that year. So that was the first year the Marlins were around.
Winfield?
I know it's Winfield's one, because I know Ed Too Tall Jones got drafted by a bunch of stuff too, but that's not. But he came before 92.
Okay.
It's got to be a Cowboy or a Bronco, because that's the only way that comes up, because that was during the game. Oh, who in the world was it? Next, you're going to tell me it's Sean Payton.
I'm going to take a shot out of dark there. I'm going to go Romo, but I don't think that's it.
Romo would have been in elementary school.
Oh, that's true. You're right. Yeah, I can't think. The NHL part is really kind of the Marlins. I'm trying to think of who was good at the Marlins.
Who was the baseball
player though, huh?
Not a current player. The only thing I could think of, Denver. Denver. It's
Well,
Denver, Dallas.
I can think that pitcher that the Marlins had that died in the boat accident.
That was Jose Fernandez, and he'd have been way too young too.
Oh yeah, he would have been young. Yeah.
So the second player, he was
It's a
drafted.
defensive-
Yes, he was a defensive player. He went to 8 Pro Bowls as a defensive back.
As a defensive back.
Won
Darren
2
Woodson.
Super Bowls.
Woodson.
No,
Who drafted him in '92 in the NFL?
Dallas.
I believe it was the 49ers. And you're right. He did play for the Cowboys.
Yep.
He's in the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
God, it's not Dion. Dion got drafted by the Yankees.
Yeah.
And that he got drafted by the Yankees in 88.
92.
92 he played on defense.
Back, he said.
He's an owner.
He's an owner.
Mike Lynch? Or
You're close. You're close.
He's an owner.
He used to work for Fox.
There, pick the answer. No, it's not Darren Woodson. It's not. It's
Big B's close. Big B's close on the name.
what did you say?
Lynch?
No, see,
Yeah.
Lynch played for Tampa. Oh my God. Okay, I got to think about defensive backs that went to Dallas. They went to Dallas. I know Brian Jordan's not one. Brian Jordan was drafted played both baseball and football, but didn't get drafted in hockey. Oh.
I'm lost. This is a good one, Chris.
Okay, you want me to tell you?
Yeah, I'm thinking Merton Hanks at this point. That's not right.
John Lynch.
John Lynch.
Lynch got drafted by Tampa.
Not what I got. Maybe it's a different John Lynch, but it
Must be a different John Lynch because
it said that Dave Winfield and John Lynch are the only 2 athletes who have been drafted in the NFL, MLB, and NHL. Both athletes had successful careers in the last 2 sports, but neither played professional hockey.
Yeah, John. It's got to be a different John Lynch because John Lynch was the John Lynch that we all know played Tampa and never. I think he played in Tampa and Denver.
Yeah,
he's a GM in San Francisco now. So yeah, that's a good one.
John Lynch was 49ers. Okay.
He played for the Braves in the MLB.
At the time of the minors, he was convinced to return to Stanford to finish out his senior year of football and subsequently was drafted by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in the 93 draft. So it was him.
Who was it? Who was it that got what hockey team to get drafted by?
And I don't. Oh,
LA Kings.
John Lynch, NHL. Or NHL.
This is
John was not drafted into the NHL in '92. He was drafted by the Marlins. Let's see here. Well, saying he wasn't drafted by the NHL.
but then I got something that said he was.
But did say he was drafted by the Marlins in '92, Tampa Bay in '93. Well, let's see here. John Lynch hockey. I mean,
There
you
was
would
a
think
Jack
that the pros would not be wrong.
There was a Jack Lynch.
Yeah, I just pulled that up.
John Lynch.
That is weird. Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
Maybe I'll go back and see, but that's what I got.
That's
Well, that's
not
I
your.
mean,
It's not your fault that somebody else was wrong.
Oh,
yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Think about it. We reported today that Mike Rotundo was in hospice.
Well, we did. Yeah, we reported that last night too. So. All right. So we'll fact check that. That's not on us. That's on Dallas Cowboys.
That's on the Dallas Cowboys. Oh, shocker!
All right.
It's on the Dallas Cowboys. It's on the Cowboys pregame show. With the 31st
Then you
worst
just
defense,
have to
I'm not
talk
shocked.
about.
You know what? Let's talk a little draft. Or not draft, I'm sorry, trades. Because there's some teams wheeling and dealing already. I mean, we'll move my debate topic for later, but we had the Patriots made a couple trades the other day. We had who was it that made trades today?
I think Philadelphia did.
I was going to say Philadelphia, I think, made a couple trades.
Why would Philly
No,
trade?
big names moved.
Was this? Oh, well, I was asleep.
Yeah. Let me see here.
Mercedes Lewis. We brought that up earlier.
Yeah, Mercedes Lewis is signing with the. Where did I see it now?
Denver Broncos, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Denver Broncos, and you said he was going to be, if he
Yeah,
saw the field, he'd
yeah.
be the oldest tight end to ever play on the field because no tight end has ever played past the age of 41.
So today the Jets trade corner Carter to the Eagles for wide receiver Metchin.
That guy
The second? No, I'm sorry. No, that's the third. Oh, we got Michael Carter the second gets traded for John Metchin the third, and a 27 draft pick in the 6th round. And then
Good for him.
also the Steelers yesterday traded safety Duggar to the Patriots.
Good for him.
Jesus
That was the greatest thing I did for him. What?
The Patriots also traded got Ed Rusher White from the Niners. No, Niners got White from the Patriots. Titans traded. This was on the 27th. Titans traded McQuarrie to the Rams.
After he gets, and the funny thing is, I saw that too, and I was like, "Wow, McCreary gets his first sack of the season against Daniel Jones." And then what does the Tennessee Titans do? We're gonna send you away.
Yeah. So no big names, but as we talk about trades, Chris, if the Dallas Cowboys said they are going to acquire this guy in a trade, who would you want the Dallas Cowboys to acquire?
I've heard a bunch of different names, and I think the big name out there probably, with the trade bait is probably Crosby.
Okay. Yeah, I heard Crosby from the Raiders was linked to Dallas big time. That'd be scary.
Even though they're declining no, but we all know that could be a lie. So.
Of course, everybody. Tim, your Colts. They say they made a trade for who? Who do you want?
Oh, and this one's going to be the one that I thought they should have made a trade for during the preseason. Without a question, I share initials with the guy. I still think that Indy should go to Cincinnati and say, we'll give you a second or a third for Trey Hendrickson.
Yeah. And maybe Richardson too. So
well, we'll send Richardson to the Jets for Sauce Gardner.
Yeah.
That'd be a good one.
For me, for Minnesota.
Quarterback.
Oh my God. But they're so tight. I mean, the thing is Cousins has been coming up.
No, he said coach. He said coach. No,
he said
coach.
He said coach. Oh, man, I don't know. I think if the Vikings are moving, they're moving people.
Yeah, but they're going to be buyers, aren't they?
The Vikings?
Yeah.
Nah, they'd be sellers. I mean, but
you guys are third
I
in
mean,
the division?
The guy that they would, I think that out of respect, I think they should move. Much as I hate to say it, Harrison Smith. And have him try to get a ring. Trade with somebody that has a good chance. But the Vikings will be buyers. I'll be shocked if they, unless they bring in an offensive lineman, or again, we talked about it, Tim, Richardson coming here for next to nothing. So, but with that being said, guys, let's get into it. Kevin's still, I don't know, maybe he's given up this week. I don't know.
Well, yeah, because that game's over. that game's over.
So last week, kind of a rough week for all of us, except for Tim.
I got a little thing. I found this out today. I'm gonna do my. I kind of want to fall into the bacon topic about history. Last week was the first week and it was since the 1970 season where one game was separated by one score.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah, and that game is the Jets.
Yeah. Who picked the Jets? I mean, who would have picked the Jets on 0-7? Yeah.
I thought I did.
No, you. That was the week before. You had him as your lock.
Okay. That's right.
No, Tim picked the Jets. He picked the Ravens as his lock. Got both of those. He got a Thursday game won. He ended up 10-3, so the best record of the week. ESPN was 11-2. They ended up getting their lock, which was the Colts. But yeah, it was a tough week. I was 7-6, didn't hit my lock. Chris, you hit your lock, but you're also 7-6. Kevin was 8-5. Messron was also 8-5. So, with that being said, guys, we'll start with the Thursday game. Chris, it is the Ravens versus the Dolphins. Ravens are 2-5, Dolphins 2-6. Ravens are favored by 7.5. Who do you got in the short week?
Yeah, both teams really need this win in the conference. Baltimore definitely needs a win for the AFC North. Miami for the East. Both teams really need it. Doesn't really matter who's going to take it because they need it. Baltimore.
You're going to Baltimore. Tim?
Well, Lamar's coming back. That's already been called. I'm starting to think that they kept Lamar out against the Bears to give him 4 more days to be ready for this short week. Think about it. He's not on a short week. He's on a very long, extended week since he got hurt. Yeah. And believe me, the Dolphins winning last week was a complete and total shock to me. I didn't see that coming at all. But I think we're going to be looking at. I think we're going to look at fireworks. I think we got the Ravens. I got the Ravens. I think it's going to be big. I think this is going to be a big debut for Lamar Jackson since the injury.
All right. I guess I'm going the short week. I mean, 7.5. I know Lamar's coming back. I'm going Dolphins just at home. We'll see. I mean, most likely I'm going to be wrong, but Ravens short week, got the injury coming back. If I'm defense coordinator, I'm probably going to try to pressure Lamar and see what I can do. It probably won't be as bad as Carson Wentz last week getting pressured. That looked nasty. So, all right, let's get into the Sunday games. We got the Vikings 3-4 versus the Lions at 5-2. -8.5. Lions are favored. Tim, break my heart.
Yep, that's what I'm about to do. And the thing is, you're only like a game or two behind the Lions as it is, and yet the line is that wide. I think it's because is McCarthy starting? Because on fantasy football, they've got McCarthy starting.
Yeah, McCarthy's starting. McCarthy's starting, Bosner's backing up, and then they called up some Warfield dude from the practice squad.
Yeah, so that one I saw. That part I saw. Yeah. You know, I think it's an Aiden Hutchinson. I'm celebrating my 4-year extension against the Minnesota Vikings. If they, like you said, your line has been pretty suspect for most of the season. Yeah, this is. If I were Campbell, I'd be calling blitz after blitz after blitz against McCarthy to test him out. Yeah, I think the Lions are going to win this. I hate to say it, but I think it's going to be by at least 10.
Well, I'm breaking my own heart.
You told me to break your heart.
Yeah, I'm breaking my own heart because I'm going to Lions. I'm going to lock. I think this is just going to be an ugly. I'm going to watch it, but I probably won't finish it. But I think this game's going to be ugly. Chris?
Yeah, I think it's going to be one of those games that it's going to be one-sided, and unfortunately, I'm going with Detroit.
Yeah, it's gonna be an ugly one. We got the Falcons at 3-4 versus the Patriots 6-2. Patriots at 5.5. I'm going with the home team. I'm going the Patriots. They got something going. They found it. Maybe it's just a few weeks, but they seem to be all on the same page. Chris, who do you have?
For which game?
Falcons versus the Patriots.
I'm going New England.
All right.
They've been on a roll lately.
Tim?
Yeah, you got the best team in the AFC East going against one of the top 5 defenses in the league. I'm interested in seeing what that defense can do, or that offense can do against that defense. I think it'd be fun. You got Drake London, who's questionable, Stephon Diggs, who's questionable, Penix, who's questionable. If I were the Falcons, I'd be looking at this game between his hands, because I think I'm going to be scared. Yeah, I've got the Patriots in this game as well.
All right, got the Patriots. All right, we got the Chargers at 9.5-point favorites, 5-3 versus the Titans at 1-7. According to the spread, this would be because the other bigger spreads have already been picked. This will be ESPN's lock for our purposes. Chris, who do you have?
The Titans game?
Chargers, Titans. Yep.
I got Tennessee on this one.
Ooh, what in the?
Not my lock though. Not my lock.
Well,
holy hell!
All right, yeah. I was not expecting that one, but it's Chris. So I mean,
yeah, it's you. Yeah, I get that. After I just said the Titans might be the worst team in the league, he picked. Hey, brother, I took the Jets last week, so I can't really talk too much. Yeah,
they are at home.
That don't mean anything.
I like how he's making a case for it.
They could play in Knoxville at University of Tennessee, and it still wouldn't make a difference. Yeah, I've got the Chargers, and to break Bacon's heart even more, I think it's going to be at least 2-3 scores.
Yeah, I got the Chargers. I don't know. I mean, like we said, it's any given Sunday. We've seen a lot of good games. Maybe the Chargers click, maybe the Titans click, maybe the Chargers are overlooking them, but we'll see. We got the Bears 4-3, 2.5-point favorites over the Bengals at 3-5. Tim, who are you taking?
I think that the Bengals were embarrassed last week by losing to the Jets, even though Jets had something to play for with Nick Mangold's passing. I don't think they let that happen 2 weeks in a row and get embarrassed by the Bears. I said that. I've got the Bengals. I should make it my lock, but I won't make it my lock.
All right, I'm going with the Bears. I think, like you said, I think if they kind of got embarrassed last week. They're on a roll. Of course, you can't win them all, but maybe the Bears needed that loss to kind of regroup and get them going again. So I got the Bears. Chris?
Yeah, I got the Bears too. It's going to be a bounce back week for both teams, but it's going to be the Bears that kind of be successful.
All right. We got the 7-1 Colts, 3.5 point favorites over the Pittsburgh Steelers at 4-3. I will go first. I'm going to go Pittsburgh. I just think Rodgers is not going to like taking that loss. I think it's going to be a good game, but I think Rodgers is going to try to get a little revenge on what losing to the Packers on the Colts there. But that defense is also good too, so it'll be a very good, interesting Colts offense versus that Pittsburgh defense. Chris?
I'm going to pick the Colts on this one.
Ooh.
All right.
Making a lock.
He's
making
what?
it your lock.
Yeah.
Holy smokes! Hold on, I need some champagne for that one. I'm trying to look at the defense for.
Actually, Chris, you took the Colts as your lock last week.
Oh, I did. Okay,
Yep.
never mind.
Oh, I get to go put the champagne back then. I love this team. I love this game so much at this point. Probably the guy who's going to win offensive player of the year is going to make that team look silly. I think Jonathan Taylor is going to go for $1.50.
He's been scary.
He's right now. And the funny thing is, if anybody remembers who the leading rushing touchdown, the leader for rushing touchdowns was last year, was Derrick Henry with like 14 or 15 or something.
10 already?
And Jonathan Taylor's at 14.
Oh, 14. Okay.
14 and it's week 8. But I think he goes after Tomlinson's record hardcore at this point. This matchup has always scared me because I can never get it right. But if I say the Steelers, that means the Colts are going to win. So on that spec alone, I should take the Steelers. But I would be disloyal to my fans, and the Colts fans, and I'm going to say the Colts.
All right. We got the 49ers, 2.5 point favorites. They're sitting at 5-3 versus the Giants at 2-6. Bad injury the Giants took last week. But Chris, who do you have?
I got the 49ers beating the Giants. All
right, Tim?
Yeah, I that Scatabo injury was major. I think Scatabo was is probably the more of a missing piece to the Giants than I think Jackson Dart was. I think they're going to hurt on this one. I got the 49ers as well.
Yeah, I'm going to clean sweep. I mean, the 49ers are hurting too, but Mac Jones is keeping them alive. I really would like to see the Giants upset them, and they're out there to play for Scatabo, but I just think they're going to have a hard time replacing that piece right there. So we got Denver at 6-2, 1.5 point. Or no, I'm sorry. Texans are 1.5 point favorites at 3-4. Tim, who do you have in that one?
It makes that line by itself makes no sense.
No, it doesn't.
Because you saw what Denver did, and I apologize now. You saw what Denver did to Dallas.
Yep.
And the Texans aren't a better team than Dallas.
Nope.
Yet you give the Texans, and I understand you get 3 points for being at home, but even then it should still be a 3.5 point favorite to Denver. Yeah. I've got Denver in this game because Denver looks scary good.
Yeah. I'm with you, Tim. I think this game should have been at least a 1.5 Denver side.
Oh, and by the way, Denver's my lock.
All right. We're making sure Tim did not use his lock. He did it. All right. I got Denver too. They are a scary team. I think that team is, on a collision course with maybe the Colts. But yeah, I got Denver. Chris?
Yeah, I got Denver too. Seeing that team last week, pretty scary team, but I think they can win this one.
All right. We got the Panthers. They are. We got the Panthers at 4-4 versus the Packers 5-1-1, 13.5 point favorites. I got the Packers on this one. I almost said Panthers. I got the Packers in this one because Tim is laughing. I don't think there's anything we can say in Lambeau Field. So, Chris,
as a Cowboy fan, looking at looking at the standings, you're hoping Carolina can win, but I don't think they can. I'm going Green Bay. I'll make it my lock.
All right, you're making that one your lock. All right.
You thought I was going to go Panthers, didn't you, Tim?
All right, Tim.
I can't break. The only person I'm going to tell you right now, there's only one person's heart I'm breaking right now, and that's Sarge. I'm taking the Packers. This is the Julius Peppers Bowl at this point.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah.
We got the Jacksonville Jaguars 4-3, 2.5 point favorites over the Raiders that are 2-5. Chris, who do you have?
Like earlier, both teams really need to win this one. I'm going to go with Vegas.
Going with the Raiders. Tim?
Yeah, I think Jacksonville is probably the best 4-3 team in the league right now. It's they caught the wrong teams at the wrong time. There's a Yogiism if we ever needed one. You caught the wrong teams at the wrong time. Yeah, no shit. I got Jacksonville.
Yeah, I'm going to go Jacksonville too. I think they are a team that, finally coming around a little bit in their own. Lawrence, I think maybe Lawrence with Mac Jones behind him last year kind of lit a fire on him, knowing that it wasn't his job until now. So, all right, we got the New Orleans Saints 1-7 starting their new quarterback this week versus the Rams minus 10.5. They're 5-2. Tim, who are you going with?
So when I looked at this game, I didn't know Tyler Shuck was going to be the quarterback. Shuck should have been starting the quarterback when he was should have been the starting quarterback for the Saints when he was in college last year. Because Rattler sucks. Still sucks. He sucked when he transferred out of Oklahoma to South Carolina. Golly, this is probably the easiest game to pick out of the whole group, and I can't remember who the Saints are playing.
Rams.
Yeah, they could have played a Powder Puff team and got beat. I've got the Rams.
Yeah, I got the Rams. The only thing that is going to be interesting to see what the rookie does in this game, and to see what the Rams do against them. So, I got the Rams. Chris?
Yeah, I got the Rams too. Like you guys said, they think this is an easy game to pick, and the Rams are going to be that team that's going to be the easiest, I guess.
All right. Well, if you guys watched Rank 'em this morning, this was my top 5 rivalry in the NFL. Kansas City Chiefs are 5-3 versus that are 2.5 point favorites versus the Bills that are 5-2. I get to start. I'm going with the Bills because I just want to see Kansas City struggle, and they are. But yeah, I'm going with the Bills. Chris?
I don't want to see a team struggle, but I think this is going to be a game where it's going to be back and forth. Buffalo, this is their final year in their current stadium before they move next door. Kansas City definitely wants to get back their winning ways, but I'm going to go with Buffalo.
Chris, you got Buffalo moving next door to you, huh? All right.
I thought Bacon was still living in Texas, and all of a sudden Buffalo Bill is it Buffalo, Texas is next door. I got it now. Okay, cool. I'm I'm like Mess Around. Mess Around has this hate for Tom Brady. I had a hate for Tom Brady. Well, guess who my new Tom Brady is? Patrick Mahomes. And I can't stand that guy. Also, a guy who played in what state did Patrick Mahomes play college in?
Texas.
So guess what? And that's not next door to Bacon. So Lubbock isn't next door to Bacon. So and he's going to tell me it is because he's going to say Lubbock is next door to Bacon because I don't know where Bacon's living. I know he's in Texas. But I am going to take the Bills.
All right. Final matchup for Sunday night football. Seattle Seahawks 5-2 are 3.5 points favorites over the Commanders at 3-5. Tim, who do you have?
I have slept on I've slept on the Seahawks far too long this season. It's amazing how I don't have faith, and yet they keep proving me wrong. When the schedule makers made this schedule, when they scheduled this game for a primetime game, they thought this was going to be one of the prime games of the year. Yep. And with Jaden Daniels being hurt off and on, it kind of makes it a little difficult. And then now you got McLaurin's out for the week. This made it a little more easier to pick. I've got the Seahawks.
Got the Seahawks. All right, Chris.
Yeah, I got the Seahawks as well. You don't have Jaden Daniels, and I mean it's still going to be
playing.
Daniels is playing. You have no McLaurin.
Yeah.
Okay, but still, Seattle's going to probably take it.
Yeah, make it easier.
I got the Commanders. Mainly just because they're at home. I think that's the key factor there. McDaniels come back. Yeah, he's out. McLaurin, but we'll see what the defense could do against Darnold, or what Darnold could do with that. Monday night, we got the Cardinals 2-5 versus the Cowboys 3-4-1. Are only 2.5 point favorites. I got the Cowboys in this one. I think that his point spread's a little bit too low for a Monday night game being in Dallas. So, Chris?
Yeah, I got the Cowboys winning this one. Kyler Murray's returning to Texas. He played high school here in Texas, about 10 minutes from me. So,
a neighbor of Bacon.
That's right. So, but I'm still picking the Cowboys.
All right, Tim?
I'm going to say the words that every Cowboy fan cringes to hear. This is the Emmitt Smith Bowl.
Yes. He played for Phoenix, so I know, same team.
Because he's always trying to justify things.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying.
But I've got the Cowboys. I'm not really sold on the Cardinals. I think they're a couple pieces away, but they just and I like the fact that there's been a resurgence of Kyler Murray. I remember how many times the Cardinals were giving up on Murray, and he's come back, and he looks like the quarterback I thought he was going to be when he came out of Oklahoma. I think he's getting better. Yeah, but I still got the Cowboys.
Okay. So that's our picks for week 9. We'll get Kevin's and mess arounds sooner or later when they wake up from a mess around or something. I don't know. So, good. Let's go into your part 5.
All right. So it was so nice that Bacon brought up the defense of the Cowboys right at the beginning. So
you're welcome. I'm just kidding.
Thank you. I decided to do the top 5 defenses in the league, and some of these, when I saw the stats, some of these things are going to shock you. It shocked me. So I'm going to start off by breaking all of our hearts that none of our teams are in the top 5.
Figures.
Okay, good.
But out of our teams, there's only one team that is in the top 16, in the top 50%. Anybody want to take a guess?
I would say the Colts.
I would say you're wrong.
Okay.
Kansas City.
No. Of our teams.
Our 3 teams with the Bears, or
the Bears, the Vikings, the Colts, and the Cowboys. Who's the only team with the defense in the top 50%?
The Cowboys.
I was going to say Cowboys.
Oh, you'd still be wrong too.
Bears.
The Bears.
Really?
and you'd still be wrong.
Oh,
The 14th best defense in the NFL right now is the Minnesota Vikings.
Shut up.
I swear to God, I looked at the stats, dude.
Well, that's a shocker there.
Here, let's go ahead and break the rest of our hearts. The Colts are 24th, which right now isn't looking good for mess around Bacon or Kevin. And here I'm going to finish off by breaking Bacon's heart by saying that the Bears are 25th and the 31st worst defense in the NFL, because why? They decided to trade Micah Parsons to the Green Bay Packers. At 31st in the NFL is the Dallas Cowboys.
What are we basing it on, or what are you basing it?
Basically, base it off of yards.
Okay.
Yards against, which is a cumulative between pass yards, rush yards, and scoring defense.
Okay. Yeah, just on yards alone, the Vikings are in the bottom third.
Yeah, I'll tell you myself.
Oh, wait. I might be reading this wrong. Let's see here. We're on defense, so we want the least amount of yards. Okay. Total yards. Okay, so Houston's got the number one defense.
Well, go ahead. You want to finish off my stats for me?
Oh no, I just got it. Go ahead.
All right. So at number 5, not much of a shock, because I think we were talking about it earlier in the season that, and I think at the preseason that the what's going to keep this team pretty much relevant in the AFC West was because of their defense, and just to see how far you can get past with Bo Nix as a sophomore season. I got the Denver Broncos at 5, who are 7th in the pass, 10th against the rush, and 5th against scoring. My 4th team is the team that's right there in, I don't remember if I had these as my rivalry, if you watched rank them this morning, but I've got the Kansas City Chiefs who at 4th, who are 3rd against the pass, 11th against the rush, and 2nd against scoring. So, but this is where the fun begins, because when I saw this, I was pretty much shocked to see. Number 3 is the Cleveland Browns. They're 5th against the pass, 9th against the rush, and 17th against scoring. If they could keep teams out of the end zone, we're talking about the Cleveland Browns playing for a playoff spot instead of worrying about if Flacco or Shedeur Sanders or Dylan Gabriel is their quarterback. Number two is the Atlanta Falcons. They I think, if I'm not mistaken, if I saw right, they allow under 200 yards in passing, which I thought was amazing to see, because their rush defense sucks. The Atlanta Falcons are 1st in the pass, 21st in the rush, and 13 against scoring.
Yeah, they allowed 149 yards passing.
Yeah. So now the thing that shocks me the most, and this team should be a million times better, and it's the team that gets killed because of their offense. The Houston Texans have the number 1 defense in the league. They're 4th against the pass, 5th against the rush, and number 1 against scoring. Why are they middle of the road team? Because their offense doesn't score.
Yep. Yeah, just looking at those stats, man. Yeah, that is bad. Yeah. Well, good take. Defense is going to win games typically. Atlanta's holding on. If they get that offense going, like you said, the Browns get their offense going. The playoffs are going to look totally different this year. And I was just looking at the stats for the playoffs, right now. Oh, let's see. Does it have it broken down? Yeah. So, who would have thought right now the Colts would be the number 1 seed in the AFC?
Bacon.
All right. That's kind of good.
Yeah, right now, and then you got the Packers, number 1 seed in the NFL, or in the
NFC.
NFC. Sorry. Patriots are number 2. Eagles are number 2. Tampa is sitting at number 3. Denver is sitting at number 3. For the AFC, you got Pittsburgh at 4. 5 is Buffalo. Chargers at 6. It's only 6 teams, right?
7.
Or is it 8?
Seven.
7. That's right. KC is looking at 7. Jacksonville right there at 8.
Mm-hmm.
Green Bay, you got Tampa at 3, Seattle at 4, Detroit at 5, Rams at 6, San Fran at 7, and the Bears looking right there at 8, along with the Panthers looking right there at 8. Wouldn't that be something? Wouldn't that be something? Yeah. Wouldn't that be something? The Chargers and the Rams both make the Super Bowl.
Is it played? Is the Super Bowl played this year in SoFi?
No, Levi's.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
in San Fran. Well, still, wouldn't that be something? I mean,
well, the thing is, and the funny thing is, because it would be if at that point, what would they consider? Who would they consider the home team? Because the reason who wears the home field jerseys because they usually because they pick it because of the team. Like if they're in an NFC stadium, then the NFC team is the home team, and they wear the home jerseys. And if it's an AFC team, that's that way. But when you play like SoFi or East Rutherford.
So last year it was played. I know Philadelphia was the home team.
Yeah. Well, it was in Vegas last year, right?
Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So AFC, the NFC gets home field.
My stuff out of order.
I don't know, but I think that'd be kind of cool for both LA teams to be in the Super Bowl.
Yeah. And they have to, and when they play, if the Rams were the home team and Chargers were the away team, the Chargers have to go into the away team locker room.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Instead of their own locker room.
Yeah.
That would be interesting.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm actually kind of rooting a little bit for the Packers because they got a weird stack if this happens. That if Love wins the Super Bowl this year, Starr, Favre, Rodgers, Love all won their first Super Bowl at the age of 27. So I'm kind of rooting for that one. But all right, so I got this little debate topic because I kind of heard it on local radio today. They're talking about.
Wait! I get to debate bacon?
Well, we can all debate it kind of a little bit here.
Bring it on, dog! I want to debate bacon. This is fun.
So we got this. I came up with this question, and I picked 2 people because I think they're having good years. Weren't supposed to. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna lay it out this way. The quarterback that possibly will get the best payday this offseason that's sitting on a 1-year contract. The 2 quarterbacks I got, is Mac Jones, and then Danny Dimes. Who deserves it more? Chris, I'll let you start because I want Tim's thinking.
I know Daniel Jones has been, an up and down player in the NFL. Mac Jones is still trying to prove himself.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go with Daniel Jones.
I honestly think this is kind of a proven for both of them. I mean, and rejuvenating their career, and I think if the coach is smart at the end of the year, they don't let Daniel Jones walk out of that office. Mac Jones, on the other hand, I mean, Niners, if they believe Brock Purdy's the guy. I mean, they just signed him to a big deal, so I guess they're going to have to let Jones walk, But I think he's going to get a payday if he keeps showing that he can win with a team that's half the teams in the IR or injured emergency room and stuff. So I'm with you, Chris. I think it's Daniel Jones. I think I think Tim said it before. I think he's going to get player comeback of the year or whatever. But so Tim. I know, got your team in this. Can you put your heart aside and, think logically here?
you got to think logically. I think if we're talking about the big payday, I think it's pretty obvious who's going to get it, who deserves it. I honestly think I'm going to take the cheap and easy way out of this one. I think, honestly, I don't think you let either quarterback out of your locker room. You know, I think you re-sign. I think that if the Niners are smart, you kind of have, and I'm not comparing. Believe me, this. If we had a bigger following, this would be clipped, and I would be basically based all over the internet. I think you have a possibility of having a Montana Young type quarterback room if you have Mac Jones and Brock Purdy, especially the way Jones has been playing. I don't think you let Mac Jones out of your quarterback room, and you really push hard with that competition next season. But the guy who's going to get the payday, I think it's pretty much obvious. Honestly, if they don't, I'd start worrying if they don't start talking negotiations with Indiana Jones at this point. I hope that I personally hope that I think they should start talking extensions now before trade weekend, before the trade week. I think Daniel Jones. The thing is that I'm so apprehensive with Daniel Jones getting a big contract because Jones has been known to be so volatile, being so up and down.
Yep.
Mac Jones hasn't. It's just the fact is he hasn't had the weapons around him until he got to San Francisco. Daniel Jones right now, just on this year alone, deserves the big payday. I think it's pretty obvious, and reporters and pundits and pros around the league think it would be the biggest mistake in NFL history if the Colts don't re-sign Daniel Jones by the end of the season.
Yeah, I think you're right. And again, they drafted a quarterback this year too, late, right?
Yeah, we got Riley Leonard out of Notre Dame.
So I think if they start doing what you're saying and talking extension with Daniel Jones, you're probably going to see AR somewhere else.
Oh yeah, I think you and I talked about this backstage of Rankum, and I said if Daniel Jones signs, and the problem is, I don't think in the NFL you can trade a player on the IR, but if AR were healthier and not on the IR, if Jones signs an extension, I would have seen I could easily have seen AR get traded before the deadline.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you 100% on that. Yeah, and I don't. Is he on the season-ending IR or?
No. He's on the short. He's on the short IR.
But the trade deadline's what? A couple weeks.
Next week on the 7th.
Next week, okay.
Yeah, it's on a Tuesday.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. So, all right, guys. With that being said, week 9 kicks off tomorrow. Make sure you get your fantasy picks in. I see Chris just took his big loss last week. I just saw that, but
yeah.
With that being said, guys, final thoughts, Chris.
No, it's going to be a fun week 9. This is kind of the point where it's officially the halfway of the season. Not necessarily with everyone's teams, but just in general. And I think we're at the point too where we kind of know who's a playoff team and who's not.
Yeah, I think we're at that point. We're going to start seeing the pretenders and the contenders split away here. Tim,
I kind of want to say a prayer to the football gods and pray, dear heavenly football God. Hopefully, we have closer games than we had last week. Holy smokes! Because it's. Like I brought up earlier, this is the first week since the 1970 season that one game was separated by one score, and yet, I'm a guy. I don't know about you guys, but I'm a guy who likes to watch close games when it's not your team.
Yeah,
I love those games. And I said this in our group chat, after the Jets, go Jets, after the Jets Bengals game, that probably the last 7.5 minutes of that game was probably the best 7.5 minutes of football I've seen all year. And the thing is, Justin Fields and the Jets went for 500 plus against the Bengals. We need more of games like that where it's close, where you're, as Terrell Owens says, grab you some popcorn, because these big blowouts on other games just doesn't make it fun.
Yeah, no kidding. Just looking at that Jets, because I didn't really look at the box score, but yeah, Fields 21 of 32, 244, 1 touchdown. Yeah, and if you're going up against Hall in fantasy football, good luck, because he was 1 for 1 with the passing touchdown. He ran for 2 touchdowns.
I had Breece Hall. Was in our league. In our league, I had Breece Hall, and then I had traded him on Thursday, but yet the trade doesn't go through until yesterday. Tuesday.
No.
So I sat and played with Breece Hall, still playing with Breece Hall, and got all those points.
Yeah, that's a tough one. But Tim, your final thoughts?
I did. I prayed to God.
Oh, you
played
did?
to the football God.
It's been a long day, but for me, week 9, football's right here. Couple days I can't wait for. I know I've been bragging about it, but Saturday, can't wait to see some local wrestling action. Meet the great Muda. He is in town. It has been confirmed he is in town. I don't know why I did quotations, but he is in town. They're doing a meet and greet dinner tomorrow. I wish I could do that one, but hey, it is what it is. But keep checking us out all week long. Definitely going to recap week 9 next week, but also wrestling action with Between the Ropes with myself, Chris, and Kevin. With that being, and we got Rankum. Tim's got some good ideas for next week's Rankum. I can't wait for him to officially tell me. But with that being said, we'll see y'all next week on Primetime Blitz. Have a good one.